Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the casual crypto investor, and I am back with another video. Guys, my apologies for not bringing you any content over the past 4 or 5 days. Sorry, I had a work project that required a lot of my attention, and so I just had to kind of have my head in the sand and work on that. But the project is done, it's completed, got good marks and everything like that. And so now I'm locked in. I'll be on a more going back to my regular, more consistent schedule in terms of producing crypto content for you guys. So I apologies for leaving you out there. But again, I was behind the scenes working on some stuff for my 9 to 5 job. So you know how that goes. So regardless, I am back in the saddle. And guys, I'm going to hit you with this is must see YouTube TV or YouTube crypto TV. I got a lot of stuff that I want to share because I feel like I need to make up for not posting any content over the past couple of days. And guys, man, it feels like the train is slowly starting to leave the station right now. So many things, and I say this in a lot of my videos, but guys, I've been in this crypto space for quite a while. And it's just refreshing to finally see some of the things that we have envisioned as long-term crypto holders just start to gradually happen. And hopefully in this video, and by the end of this video, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So enough jibber jabber from me, man. Let's get into this content. Right now, currently, we are down about a little bit over 1.25% right now, or 1.35% right now. And Bitcoin, man, it's interesting, man. It's taken a big hit. It's down almost $7,000 at $113,000. Ethereum still above 3,500. XRP is taking a little bit of a step back. It is below $3, which is good buying opportunity. But at the end of the day, hey, as they say, I buy in the red and save some bread. That's kind of like my saying. So on days like this, when it's red and you can buy some of these cryptos, especially these kind of blue chip cryptos at a discount, hey, I say take advantage of it. But hey, not financial advice. You have to do what's right for you. All right. But nevertheless, could be a good buying opportunity for some people. All right. Quick shameless plug too as well. Make sure to follow me on X. Guys, sometimes it's easier for me to tweet than it is for me to make a video. So if you want to stay updated what's happening in the crypto space as well as what's happening in the overall casual crypto investor community, make sure to follow me on X. All right. So let's get into it. I'm rubbing my hands. We got some good stuff coming down the pipeline. All right. So boom. First off, a lot of people are saying that, August is going to be a big month for XRP and for crypto and so on and so forth. But honestly, in my opinion, it starts in September for me. September, October, I think that's when we'll really see some big things happen in crypto in a positive space. Now, granted, when it's specifically talking about XRP, yeah, we have the lawsuit still out there. A lot of people are saying that potentially the lawsuit could be ending roughly around the middle of this month. We shall see. But honestly, I feel like the last quarter of the year is going to be the one that we see a lot of fireworks, in my opinion. And one of the reasons for that is because in September, it's already stated that Goldman Sachs and even Donald Trump said that potentially that they could be lowering the federal interest rates, or the Federal Reserve could be cutting interest rates in September. And as we know, if they lower those interest rates, crypto explodes. Okay, so again, Goldman Sachs is now coming out and saying that. So obviously, we have to follow the smart money. All right. Next up, too, as well, I thought this was pretty interesting. This is from Jack the Rippler. He has the new XRP ranking ladder. So basically, depending on how much XRP you hold, you would be in a particular category. So if you're a whale is considered anyone holding over 50,000 XRP. Or excuse me, a big whale is anyone holding over 50,000 XRP. A whale is 25 over. A shark is 10,000 over. A dolphin is 5,000. Fish, 2,500. Octopus, 1,000. Crab, 250 XRP. Shrimp and worm are 101 XRP. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Again, at the end of the day, we really don't know how high XRP can go. But, in my opinion, you have to do what's right for you. Buy, what you can afford. It's up to you on how you spend it. But it's just giving you a basis of what the various quote unquote titles are. But at the end of the day, you have to set your own realistic goals. There's some people that are just now getting into this space and are shooting for 100 XRP. Honestly, I feel like, you have to get as much as you possibly can. When I very first started, my goal was 1,000. to be honest with you. I started off, getting 1,000, and I think around that time when I had 1,000, the lawsuit broke. The lawsuit happened, and I think I sold like half of it. I was down to 500, but then I found out that Uphold was a place where you can buy XRP, and I've just been buying ever since. And so, you have to do what's right for you. But nevertheless, just giving you some numbers to work with, and so that way you can maybe set up your own individual goals. All right. Next up too as well, we have Bernstein analyst calls SEC Project Crypto the boldest crypto vision ever from U.S. regulator that will restore digital asset innovation in the U.S. So Paul Atkins has basically said that he has an initiative, and we'll dive into that a little bit more. But he has an initiative to basically work with crypto instead of against crypto, and I think this is a step in the right direction. Again, another domino, right? So we also have this. We have SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce highlights that there needs to protect financial privacy and crypto self-custody rights. Okay, so she states that we should welcome privacy protecting technologies and safeguard the right of individuals to self-custody their crypto assets. All right. So what I'm seeing with this, like at least in my lifetime, what I can compare this to is the whole internet wave. I remember, with AOL and as a kid and all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden they started adding more rules, more regulations to give a better framework and to give kind of rails to just rules of the road when it came to the internet. Because in the early stages, there really wasn't any rules of the road. You had chat rooms, you had forums, you had all this kind of stuff, and anyone and anybody could put anything out there. But then as we look to today, there's like password protection, you have authentication, you got disclaimers, you have all these things now, privacy, disclaimers, and all these things now that, you didn't have when the internet was kind of first jumping off and in its early stages. And so I almost see the same thing or the same imagery happening in the crypto space. And that's what's happening right now. All right. Next up too as well, this is a big one right here. We have information from Eleanor Tourette. She says the SEC, all right, the SEC is basically saying that these projects that offer staking, right, are no longer listed as securities. So she says the financial division has provided guidance regarding certain liquid staking activities. It follows a letter last week from the industry players, including Jito Labs, Bitwise, VanEck, Solana Institute, urging the agency to permit the use of liquid staking tokens in proposed Solana exchange traded products. All right. So again, that's a huge step. And then also too, as well, these things are also not listed as securities, which is huge. All right. And so as we hear here, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, its division's view that liquid staking activities, as defined below, in connection with protocol staking, do not involve the offer and sale of securities within the meaning of Section 2A of the Securities Act of 1933. So this is huge, guys. We're getting clarity. We're getting rules of the road. Okay, so all the stuff that Gary Gensler tried to do, you can chuck all that stuff out the window. All right, this is huge, and especially with staking, it's also a way of earning passive income. All right, this is exciting too as well, man. Donald Trump is not playing when it comes to the crypto. All right, this just in, he says that they say, or this is from Cointelegraph, it says that the White House prepares to track banks to banking crypto firms. All right, so they are coming. Okay, they are coming. Executive order will trigger investigations in potential discrimination. So if you discriminate against crypto, somebody's coming for you guys. All right. So all these big banks out there, they basically have to fall in line with crypto, which is great because we've been blackballed and kicked down the steps and sued and all this other stuff. All right. But crypto is here to stay. All right. Which is very exciting. Next up, I thought this was very interesting. Shout out to Verson with Black Swan Capital. I love this statement that he says. All right. So again, if you recall, it was mentioned by the Kwok. I think the two brothers' their last name was Kwok. They're with Easy A, which is kind of like a crypto somewhat think tank. So what? And they were on the record stating that they feel that XRP could go to $1,000. And I love this statement right here by Verson. He says, when XRP becomes a bridge for tokenized assets, real-time FX, and sovereign debt swaps, $1,000 won't be the ceiling. It'll be the floor. And I agree 100% with that. I think $1,000 is just the tip of the iceberg. In my opinion, I think XRP is way, way more valuable than $1,000. Don't get me wrong. 3 digits would be great if we hit that. I would absolutely love that. Don't get it twisted, but I'm here for 4 and 5 digits in my opinion. And that's where I think we're going to be going in the next couple of years. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be next month. But I do think we're a lot closer now than we've ever been in the past several years that at least I've been holding XRP. All right. Next up, I thought this was very, very interesting, guys. And again, a lot of people are saying with the stable coins, this is like a huge catalyst for increased value for various cryptocurrencies. But in my opinion, I'm on that tokenization train. All right. And so we have this from Ondo Finance. The most extensive launch of tokenized stocks and ETFs in history is coming. Okay. And when this happens, guys, hold on to your seatbelts. All right. Because and I feel like even this is just the small scale of tokenization. So like, with the stocks and ETFs. All right. I'm talking real estate. I'm talking debt. I'm talking insurance. I mean, there's so much stuff out there, guys. All right. Real estate, all this other stuff, right? Like with this is only scratching the surface. And we're also talking at a global level. Okay. And it says right here, over 100 plus assets on day one, over 1,000 by year end. Okay. 1,000 by year end. Okay. So hold on to your seatbelts. Ondo is definitely one of those leaders in the tokenization landscape. Obviously, you have HBAR, you have XRP, you have a couple of others. But guys, I totally would be looking at those cryptos that focus on tokenization of real world assets. All right. And speaking of that, we have this in from South Korea passes major tokenized securities laws. Banks can now tokenize bonds, stocks, and private equity on blockchain. Asia dominating real world assets, guys. And as we know, South Korea has one of the largest economies in the world. I think they might be under 10, or at least in the top 10, if I'm not mistaken, of largest economies in the world. So this is exciting to happen. I think this trend will definitely happen all throughout Asia, Africa, definitely in Europe, and obviously here in the States too as well. All right. Next up, we have this from Ondo Finance, which I think is very, very exciting. Basically, it also too as well. If you don't know, Caroline Pham, who is she is the chairman of the commodity or of the CFTC. She also used to work at Ripple. Okay. All right. So it says here, following up on its crypto Sprint initiative, CTFC makes its first major move. The Commodity Future Trading Commission will launch an initiative for trading spot crypto assets contracts that are listed on a CFTC registered future exchange. Okay. The Commodity Exchange Act currently requires that retail trading of commodities will leverage margin or financing must be conducted on a DCM. Starting today, we'll invite all stakeholders to work with us on providing regulatory clarity on how to list spot crypto asset contracts on DCM using our existing authority, announcing acting chairman of Caroline Pham. Now, obviously with this, she's already going to be familiar with what Ripple does. All right. Cause she used to work, over at Ripple too as well. All right. And so this is very exciting. And obviously, as we know, Ripple is partnered with Ondo Finance, too as well. So Ondo, I feel like, is really, really going to be one of those leaders when it comes to tokenizing those real world assets. Moving on to as well with more adoption, we have Coinbase enables PayPal integration for Canadian users to buy and sell crypto. So guys, crypto is going to be so integrated into our society. It's going to be just everywhere. And, it's exciting to finally see this, that it's actually becoming more and more mainstream. And so again, this is just going to go to the scalability of access of how people can utilize this particular asset class. All right. Next up too as well, we have SEC, as I mentioned, launches Project Crypto to make America the crypto capital of the world. So Mr. Atkinson is Atkins is definitely kind of spearheading this thing along with Donald Trump. Okay, and basically they have some. This is from Ondo, but Paul Hackins announced today some kind of key objectives with this Project Crypto initiative. All right. So it says number one, regulatory clarity around tokenized stocks, bonds, and other securities. Okay. Support from compliant crypto asset distribution, including ICOs and airdrops, which I think is very important. Modernized custody rules, reaffirming the right to sell custody. A vision of super apps that unify crypto services under one regulatory umbrella, which I think is smart. So that way you're basically having one way to, one group or organization being responsible for that. And then number five, innovation exemptions to bring breakthrough technologies to market fast. Yeah, I guess technologies to market faster. So again, being able to kind of onboard and have a road to launch, so to speak, for different crypto projects will be a lot more easier with these rules of the road. So guys, this is very exciting. Hopefully you're excited too about all the things happening in the crypto space. Let me know where your head's at. Are you excited? Are you pumped? Are you amped? Are you skeptical? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate all the subscribers that have been subscribing. I know I didn't make a video in a couple of days, but my subscriber count is definitely growing. So shout out to everyone that's joined the channel. I really appreciate it. I have just utmost respect and love for everybody. And I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you do, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.